Guys, let's tee this one up. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. How about this for a start? Open with an onside kick, swipe of possession, big time risky, and also very confident. First down here for the offense. Off the boot, looking for his man. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to go for a big one. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, what a move! Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the Tar Heels get enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's off to the races. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
But last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll throw it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Starts to scramble to the left. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for second down. The play action fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
North Carolina 7, Florida 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Florida! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the give off the left side. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Criswell. A little release to the back. He breaks a tackle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And the Tar Heels have taken it inside the 20. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
They're trying.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Running with power. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Never a doubt.
That makes the score North Carolina 10, Florida 6.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense and they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of time before he fires right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. Coming after it. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack?
That's the end of the first half. With the score, North Carolina 10, Florida 6.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and they extend the lead to 4. That's exactly what they hoped for on that relatively short kickoff. Took it 82 to the end zone. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create.
Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. Past the 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. touch pass on the jet sweep. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The give to the tailback. Nice move there. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Gators!
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That keeps the score. Florida 6.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his second right there.
To the air, it's Howard. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Extending the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. On 3rd down, going up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Handoff from the shotgun. At the 20, he's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Howard. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. The ball pops out. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
To the air on first down. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Florida.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Swings it out to his running back. Finds a crease at the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. The running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Florida 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Gators in the hurry up. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking to pass. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Off the play fake. Fires downfield. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy.
It's a fumble on the play. Bounced right back to them. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Quick tempo here for the offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell he drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Using the quick game. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Catch in the middle. It's Judkins. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Number 38, set to advance on the play.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, is everything.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
Second down.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. They're trying to get to him. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield, you're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Gators are flying down the field.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Wants to go up top. Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
For a first down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a young. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Howard. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 35.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Off play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty much over, but listen, put that exclamation point on it. Finish the way you want to finish. Make sure your offense keeps that momentum going. It can build throughout the season.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Dahmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
To the air, it's Howard. It's complete to the left, and he'll be brought down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after.
And that's a live ball. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his team.
Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. else. When you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Touchdown, Florida! What a grab and go for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Buys a little time with his feet. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point conversion attempt is stopped. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time
and they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Back to throw, it's Howard. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Second down coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little